Hello everyone, and in this video I'm going to be fitting a new seat. So as you know, in previous videos I've mentioned that I don't like the seat the way that it is at the moment. So I have been scouring the internet for a second-hand Tillett seat, basically, and I've finally managed to find one. Thank you, Tom Owen, you're a star. He sent me a text going, look at this one. So Tillett seats are just very, very slimline, high spec as well, so nice and safe. They are not cheap though, so I'm saving a few pennies by going second-hand. Just make sure you get a bit of history on what it's come out of. Make sure it's not come out of a crash car, for instance, because it might be compromised, so that's always worth checking. So a recap on the seat at the moment. It's essentially wedged in, so it's just tight, and so it's too far forwards, it's not at the correct angle, so this is too upright for my hands device really, and it's actually also set at a bit of an angle, so I'm not even facing the pedals properly. So the idea is unbolt that, try the new one basically. So it's just 4 bolts that are straight through the floor plan into steel plates that I welded in when I was building the car. So it should come out quite easily, and just undo the harnesses. So let's go. So I've been wrestling with it for a few minutes. It's in that tight, I'm gonna have to actually unbolt part of the roll cage. That's how tight it is. You'll see here I've got like a little crossbar. Now luckily it's a bolted crossbar, so I just have to undo those, undo a couple more that are just there, take that bar out, and then I'll actually be able to get the seat out, because at the moment it is just absolutely wedged in, which is, well, I must have done that in the first place, so never mind, but I'll get it out eventually. Okay, seat out. Nice. Doing a little bit of a tidy up now. It's a bit like a car. When you buy a car and you remove the seats for the first time to see what little trinkets have been left for you. This isn't some nasty who knows what. It's actually glass, like a reminiscent of a previous issue. Anyway, I'll clean it out. You can see it's like little pieces down here. So nice hoover out, and then I can position the new seat and see how it fits. Okay, with the roll bar out, I managed to remove that. So this is the seat that's going in. So it's a carbon fibre Tillett seat. I said sort of second-hand one. It's quite cool because actually it's white on the back. So looks quite good. It came with these brackets, which are basically FIA spec brackets. Now, trying the seat with these in, because they stick out, it was actually pushing the seat too close to the side of the car, and so it won't fit around the roll bar still. So that's a shame. So they are up for sale. So if I haven't sold them by the time you're watching this, give me a shout. So what I've had to do, Tillett also do these brackets, which essentially turn to go underneath instead of on the outside, and that just gives you that little bit more width for when you're in a narrow tunnel like in here. So next I'm going to pop it in there, get it in position, find the right seat that I want to position, for it to suit my driving style, mark it out and start fixing some bolts in. Okay, so I've measured those out now, so you'll see like I've got the white marks for the bolt holes at the front. Can't get my pen in at the back, but I've just marked around where the seat frames are, and there is actually a little bit of tolerance in the holes for the mounting, so that's cool. Because this is a fiberglass shell, you don't want to bolt just to fiberglass, believe it or not, that's how the car came out. But you can see these are like steel runners that are that are inside the fiberglass. However, what I've also done, if you can just about see under here, those steel plates going across. So they're actually, when I built the car, they're welded into the actual chassis themselves. So I've got cross and in the fiberglass, so it actually bolts down properly. That's pretty important. So next I'll just drill out the holes for that, put the frames in, make sure that all sits together. And then the belts, I have my side belts here. Now I did have the 6-point for going underneath and the belts going round to my lap were all off these 2 points, which isn't the best. So I'm actually, because the Tillett seat actually has space underneath the way that I've set it, I'm actually going to have the straps to come around and up at the front are actually going to be inside, just underneath the seat, that are again mounted to that big steel frame that's going across. So really good fixing for that. So I'll get those in on some new eyes and that'll be spot on. Right, the holes are all drilled now, so I've got the new positions, and I've got, these are the eyes that I put in for the lap belt that goes underneath the seat and through a hole at the front. I've had the seat in and out a few times just to get this lap belt actually set correctly, so when it's wrapped round it's sitting in the right point for me. But other than that, the seat is now ready to go in. The only thing I'm going to do is, in between the tub and the steel plate that I've got underneath, there is a little bit of space, and so I'm actually going to create some shims just to make sure I've not got like a dead space when I start bolting it in and pulling the floor down. So after that I'll get the seat in and that's job done. Okay, that's all done now. So it's all bolted in. Seat's nice and rigid, absolutely solid, so there's no movement there. All the harnesses have been adjusted, and those over there. Always work with your harnesses, especially if you're changing a seat, to check the manufacturer to see on angles. So these pitch from an angle at the back to certain degrees, these have to be anchored right. Your belts across the top need to be, I think it's something like 0 to maybe 15-20 degrees, so these are nice and straight for my shoulders, so make sure that's right. But that is the end of this video. So that is how I've changed over to a Tillett seat. Next video, more just getting ready for the race season, a few things like fire extinguisher pulls over there. I'm going to actually replace those because they're a few years old now, better safe than sorry. So that'll be in the next video, so see you later.